to the show where the real ones ride. From the Browns to the block, we bring that pride. No cap, no spin, just talk that hits. From downtown lights to the Lake Erie grid. Steam rises high off the Cuyahoga flame. In the city of work, we don't play no games. Skyline whisper stories of hustle and grind. Cleveland's heartbeat never falls behind. It's 216 where the voices collide. Holding it down like the tide won't subside. No fluff, just fire. This truth takes flight. Let's get to the facts, yeah, starting tonight.
Welcome to Let's Get to the Facts podcast. I'm your host, Doss. I'm here with my co-host, my man, Coach Shot. Y'all
What's
know
up,
we
y'all?
do this every Monday, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's get to the facts where we talk about politics, we talk about sports, we talk about entertainment. Happy Father's Day, Coach.
Yes, sir. Happy Father's Day to you as well, Coach.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Did you have a good day?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Had a good day, man. Had a good day. I wish I'd have did what I wanted to do, which was not go to work today, but I still went in.
Nah, I feel you, man. I feel you completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about yours?
I had a good one, man. I had a real good one. But, later on in the night, man, I don't know what. I had some milk, and I just realized that I think I might be getting lactose intolerant because my stomach was jacked up all night, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. And then I thought about it, and I said, oh, yeah, I had milk. Because I was trying to figure out what it was I had, and I was like, why is my stomach messed up? I think I'm lactose intolerant now, man. So that shit
And
kind
that's
of
what it is.
I think so. I think that's what's going on.
I ain't gonna lie. Because I had to before the show, I told you I had some running around to do, and I had my daughter with me, and she wanted Chick-fil-A. We stopped at Chick-fil-A, and she she wanted a milkshake, and I was like, let me grab one too. I already know me and that gonna be fighting all night. I already know that. I don't know why I did
it. Hey man, I was up at 3:00 in the morning, and I've been running on that all night. So like my energy was lightweight down. That's why I was like, man, I said, can we do this on Wednesday? Because my energy was low as hell, man. But I figured,
my bad, Coach.
I was like, shit, we're gonna push through because it's what we do, man. It's what we do. But
yes, sir.
Yeah, so yeah, man, I had a good one, man. I had a good one. Everybody, turned out, and I was appreciative. So it was really good.
That's what's up.
So man, it's been a slow sports week. It's been a slow sports week.
Yeah.
But I personally feel that before we start getting into the sports, there's some things we really need to talk about. The Minnesota Senators being gunned down.
Oh man.
That is a terrible look. It is a terrible sign of what type of world we're in right now. That people are feeling like they need to really try to do everything they can to appease this man. They're trying to do everything they can to I don't know, like get on the right side of things. I don't know what it is they're doing and what they thinking, but this dude who did that, it's scary how he did it. It's scary how he did it because he impersonated an officer. He was able to achieve a lot of his targets. Like even though the one man and his wife did survive, even though they're in critical condition or whatever. But he was able to get successful. And who jumped on my page, right?
Oh God.
you know my dude Carlos.
Yeah.
He came on there with his chest out. He like it was the Democrats. He was a Democrat. And I
Oh
was
God.
like, I said, how you got all this information? I said, and this dude is still at large. How do you got this information? Like, you just think all of a sudden, like, you just got all of these connections. And this dude listening to, he was like, you got to check the Blaze newspaper or whatever website or whatever. He's like, you got to check them. They're telling you that he was a Democrat. I said, you sound stupid. You sound foolish. I said they don't even have this information out yet. So how are you sitting out there talking about this is what it is? How you making that call already? And then when the facts come out, he's a
Got
Trump
quiet.
supporter.
He
And I
got
said,
quiet, huh?
and I said it to him. I said, does that even make sense to you that would be
Yeah.
a Democrat? And he was trying to argue. He was trying to post all of these things. He was like, and he was hired by Tim Walz. And I said, okay,
Oh God.
the appointee, but he had Tim Walz on his list of people he wanted to take out.
Yeah.
And I was like, come on, man. I was just like, you don't use no common sense. You claim to be so smart and you use no common sense. So then one of our frat brothers hit me up and was just like, it was a conservative Trump supporter. I said, please send me the information. And then when he sent me the information, I posted it right up underneath the same comment. And I said, so apparently it turns out he's a Trump supporter. What you got to say for yourself? Crickets.
He ain't gonna say nothing. Listen, I know this probably gonna hurt some Trump supporters' feelings or whatever, but I believe the vast majority of Trump supporters are part of that era of No Child Left Behind.
Yes.
They should have got left behind. Common sense ain't common with them, so it's kind of hard and reasoning with people that have no common sense. Like you could like one of the things that's making this rounds right now. Sorry to kind of get away from the people getting unalive, but one of the things that's making the right ways around now social media is this young white guy, and he's going around Trump supporters because they like, oh yeah, the left are pedophiles, they love pedophiles and all this other stuff, right? And all this weird stuff. So he's going around and he's basically interviewing Trump supporters. Was like, yo, Trump said on Howard Stern radio show that he would walk into the young women's contestants' changing room while they're undressing.
Yes.
And they keep playing that over and over again. And this is always their excuse. They always got an excuse because it was AI. Oh, that was AI, artificial generation. Oh, that's a lie. That's you guys deleted, changed it. And dude is showing them, not only giving them the audio, giving him the visual and the date that this stuff was posted. Yes. And they just choose not to believe it. So at the end of the day, it's like you could really like I believe what Donald Trump said. He could go out, he could possibly pull up to your house, slap up your kids, beat your wife, and you would still say he didn't do it.
Yep. Most definitely.
Because you're in a cult.
Most definitely.
Sorry to say it. You're a cult. And then just tell me when y'all start drinking the Kool-Aid so I can just show up and see y'all all on the ground, because y'all are all in the cult, man. I've never seen so many people like just really buy some BS that a snake oil salesman is selling them. Like I go back to the Latinos. All of y'all having buyer's remorse now. Yes. But this is my problem. Y'all should have been had buyer's remorse, because history has proven to y'all that the race that y'all trying to be so adjacent with don't give a fuck about y'all.
Yes.
And every time it comes down to it, it's us black people helping y'all out. Let's go back to the days in Chicago when I forgot his name, but he had I think it was like the Black Panther Party or whatever. He was doing stuff for black and brown people and white poor people. Yeah. So let's not. All I gotta say is this: throughout my history of review, black people has done nothing but help other people out and been there for other people.
It's funny you said that. I saw a video today of these two Latin women, and it was so funny because they had like their own podcast or whatever, and they were talking about how black people should not come to help the Latino community because we are the ones that turned our backs on them. We never show up to help them when they're protesting. And then it was funny. I noticed that they were quickly throwing out the Cubans. It was mainly the Cubans. It was mainly the Cubans doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, yeah, it was, but I know some Puerto Ricans and I know some Mexicans on social media who was literally pushing that out.
Yeah.
Like they was pumping that too. So I was like, we ain't gonna blame all Cubans. However, I've never met a Cuban that wasn't racist. That's just my personal experience.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never met a Cuban that was not racist.
But
And you know,
my thing to them though, coach, is like I don't understand where y'all get where the racism comes from in y'all, because in y'all own history, the people that the conquistadors, the Spanish people, whatever, they racist white people. You know what I'm saying? When they came to y'all country, it was indigenous Indian people that was there. They made it, whatever, brought some slaves with them, whatever. Because there is black Cubans, there is black Puerto Ricans, there is black Mexicans, a whole bunch of stuff. But y'all choosing to breed out the blackness. I forgot what it is. It's a Mexican saying that says it means purify the race. I forgot the exact saying, but purify the race means to make the race more wider. Y'all, I just want y'all to understand this.
Right.
The white adjacent shit gotta stop. Y'all would never be them. They would never accept you. They will use y'all as pawns, but they will never accept y'all as one as they own. Exactly. So stop trying to be white adjacent and just be yourselves.
And join forces with because black and brown together is powerful.
Very powerful.
And truth be told, it's going to be black, brown, and white because I mean, we already know what's going on, man. Like we literally see what's going on in this world. So it ain't like we don't know. The reality is the reality. You know what I'm saying? And it's out here. Yeah. And we know who did what, but it's up to y'all to fix it. But I want to circle back. Ooh,
the senator. Real quick, like I knew first off to Carlos, your dude, man. Stop trying to blame Democrats for all this. A lot of political violence,
right,
is done on the right side. Y'all are the more violent group. Y'all are the more violent group of. If you look at the political landscape, it's more so y'all Republicans is out there willing to go 0 to 100, because at the end of the day, dude, you're not going to hit you with federal charges. Tim Walz already said it. You're getting hit with state charges, something that Trump cannot pardon. So you know what I'm saying? Y'all want to pay like, oh, I could do this and get pardons like the Chrisleys and all the other stuff. Man, it ain't the same, man. He can't do nothing for you. And the crazy thing, going back with the Chrisleys was convicted under his administration, his first administration.
Yep.
So you know what I'm saying? Like it's just stupid. But all this, Carlos, most of the political violence is by the people on your side, your team, buddy. Not the blue people.
And I had a buddy of mine also. He sent me this long message because I was putting out there. I said, so this is what we doing, MAGA? I said, now we unaliving senators and stuff like that. I got this message from a guy, and he a cool dude, but he a little mixed up also. But he's also white. But the reality of it is he was just like, you a successful black man. You've created all these businesses. You've done this. I said, I hear what you're saying, but what does that got to do with 2 Minnesota senators getting gunned down? I said, what does that have to do with anything? And then I was like, do you understand that you support the party that is supported by the KKK, the skinheads, the Proud Boys? Like, do you not understand that that's the side that you're on? You can't tell me that you support that, but you can decipher between the two. You can't decipher. The message is the same. Hate.
The same.
You can't. It's all what it is. It's just hate. And the fact that these people lost their lives over this shit, man, that's the part that's disturbing. These people lost their lives over this stuff. And it's extremely disturbing because the reality is reality. y'all are in a cult. Y'all right now, this action that took place with these senators and the other hit list that was going on is no different than what Charles Manson was doing.
Mm-hmm.
No different.
Cultish behavior, man.
All day long.
You ain't never heard nobody going out to kill nobody in the name of Obama or Biden.
Exactly.
Or Bill Clinton.
Exactly.
You ain't never heard none of that. So
nope.
You know,
and nobody set up there. We as Democrats, we hold them accountable. We don't put them on pedestals.
No,
we don't
like
call them kings and all of this other. We don't call them daddy
and patriots, and then give their parents a $5 million settlement for breaking into the house.
Exactly, that's crazy.
Like, it's crazy.
All right, so let's get into the next topic because it's still on the line with the same thing. But Donald Trump's parade was miserable. And now look, the one thing I got to say, and I already did a TikTok video about this as well, but here's reality. I got to give props to white people. And I'm not saying YT people because that's what TikTok wants you to say, YT and BLK black people. Like, no, I'm not doing that.
No.
White people, black people. So I got to give props to white people because black people have told y'all we're sitting this one out. And I've heard many of white people say, black people sit this one out. This is on us. And
yeah, y'all fucked it up.
They took to the streets. But they took to the streets. And they ruined that man's parade. They showed him what they really think of him. They had millions and millions of people out there. 2,000, they said what, 200,000 cities or something like that? Or 2,000 cities? I don't know exactly what it was. It was something like that. But all of those people came and showed out and did what they're supposed to do. And as I said in my video, I'm going to give you props for doing it. This is a start. This ain't a finish. This is a good start, but this is how you unite the country by doing stuff like this. Because now you making us feel comfortable enough to join you, but you got to go harder just like we do.
No, I need some arrest. I need some places on fire and all that stuff before we join in.
Yeah.
Nah, because this is the thing. Once we join in, that's when the shit start getting caught on fire, and then y'all feel it's fine to loot, and then we get blamed for it. No, y'all start that shit first. We'll follow up at the end. I'm not doing none of that. Y'all ain't getting us.
I feel it. So I mean, I on TikTok they saying they were out in Menor, and I did hear that. So you know what I'm saying. Hey, that's dope that they did that out in Menor, but I know they were hitting all cities in Ohio. So I saw the lady who actually organized this. She was on TikTok, and I was wondering how good that was going to turn out, and she did an amazing job because she had people from all over the state investing.
Yeah, I know. Downtown Cleveland was very packed. They the rapid and the bus line was delayed because of people being downtown and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I heard it was a good turnout and, go ahead. But, Coach.
Yes, sir.
I still don't. Y'all can call me conspiracy theories. Y'all can call me crazy. Y'all can call me whatever the fuck y'all want to. I strongly believe that the reason why you see a lot of these white people out here, majority of them, is because they know deep down inside that they didn't vote for this man, and them algorithms, something got changed in them voting box and them polling things. Because the more and more I'm starting to see a lot more articles about, like, it's a place in New York that's strongly Democratic. Kamala received 0 votes.
0.
Like, how the hell? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know if it was New York, but it was in some state but whatever it was in the Democratic district. She received 0 votes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I just, when them numbers, you could ask my coworker, because we talked about it the next day after the election. When them numbers was coming in and they was calling states and all this other stuff before these states was even called and votes was in
40 minutes in the first 40
I
minutes.
wasn't on that shit, and it didn't sit right with me, and still to this day it doesn't sit right with me because I don't want to believe that America was like, okay, the first 4 years that we had with you was fucking horrible. Let's go again for another 4. I don't want to believe that. I don't, and I don't think we're that of a racist damn country to do this shit all over again. I know we're racist, but I don't think we're 100% racist.
No, we're definitely not. What took place? There was a lady. She's a software engineer. She broke it down. She said what took place in that state of New York, who's calling attention to it, that there were other areas that at the last minute, it's a spot in Alabama, and I want to say maybe Mississippi or Texas, where there was 2 areas.
I heard it was Texas.
2 areas in there where they approved last minute software changes like right before the election. And she was breaking it down, and she was just like, and they've discovered that 40% of the voting machines was corrupted.
Yep.
So yeah, it's calling a problem. But the thing she did say that it really bothered me was she said that Donald Trump is already president, so it ain't nothing we can do about that. And and that bothered me because I'm like, why is it that we can't do nothing about that? We're still in the 4 years, truth be told.
Yeah.
So we can still remove him. He ain't did a whole year.
I mean, technically, since he ain't put his hand on that Bible and swear to oath, he's not on that Bible. He's not president.
Yeah, he never put his hand on the Bible. He never did what he was supposed to do. He barely even said the words he was supposed to say.
Because he knew he was gonna violate that shit as soon as he got in office.
He knew from the top he was gonna violate it all day long. So watching that and seeing that and hearing that, I was just like, okay.
So I got a question for you, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
So say they do an investigation, right? And they come out and they get Elon to complete immunity, and he comes out and say, yeah, we did this shit.
Oh.
All right. Now say they so you left with 2 decisions. One, you can say, okay, this is fraud. This is your real president. Or 2, you let Trump finish out his reign of terror, and then Kamala becomes president after that. Which one do you go for? Because this is my thing. This real quick, because letting him finish out is the idea behind it, because they don't want to, quote unquote, start a civil war, because his people's going to be mad and feel like they're
outnumbered.
You know what I'm saying? They're outnumbered? Okay. So basically, you saying fuck them people.
Yeah, I'm not. They're outnumbered. I'm not worried about no damn civil war with them. They're outnumbered, and it showed this weekend for his presidency. So all of them numbers that we had sitting up there thinking that he got, those were fake votes. Those people did not vote for that man. So they're outnumbered. That MAGA clan is outnumbered, and they saw it this weekend. It's to the point where some MAGA people are slowly starting to try to become chameleons. They're like, I'm on this. So
listen, they had the posting on Craigslist to pay people, and you couldn't even get nobody to even.
Did you see the highlights? Did you see the highlights?
What you mean? Oh, the posting? Oh no, I seen the highlights. There was nobody there. Empty.
They showed that dude's tank. The tank. It was so quiet.
Squeaking.
You can hear the wheels of the tank squeaking.
Joey was squeaking.
Was so bored, he fell asleep. It was crazy. I don't even get it. I don't get it. So, yeah.
Listen, I'm glad his little parade got rained on. Way to waste. I think it was $45 million or whatever it was. Good job. You could have get at the cancer research or some veteran something,
because that's been eliminated.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if you didn't eliminate it, could have went to something, dude. You know what I'm saying? How about you know what? You're going to put that $45 million and give that to bonuses to every American person in the world. Give them at least 100, you know what I'm saying? Something.
Most definitely.
But you wasted it on a crappy parade that your homeboy Putin ended up making fun of you for in his television.
I saw that. That was hilarious.
Clowned him.
When they said that Putin and them was making fun of it in Russia, I said, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
But that's your man's, though.
Exactly. Interesting. All right. So, look, we're going to get out of the politics area. It's funny. I got a content violation guideline because, when you start speaking the truth about that, man, TikTok be super sensitive about that bullshit. But it is what it is. But we about to get into sports now. So let's talk about some sports. All right, you ready? Because I know you ain't ready for this topic. But I'm gonna set you up to knock it down.
Okay. All right.
Shedeur starting week 1. This is the rumor that is floating around right now. They're saying that he is outperforming everybody with the least amount of reps. He looks the most poised. He looks the best. He is outperforming all three. Now, I was listening to Shady McCoy and Ocho and I think it was James Jones and Chase Daniels. They were all talking about this on a Fox show that I saw, a Fox Sports show. And Shady is like starting. He deserves to start because it ain't like he has a Drew Bledsoe that he's learning from. He has Joe Flacco. They was just like, what is he going to learn from Joe Flacco?
That's Drew Bledsoe.
What are you going to learn from Kenny Pickett? Because he's basically still trying to fight and try to prove that he's a quarterback. And then the other quarterback is Gabriel. So it's like, who are you going to learn from? Who do you have in there that's a veteran that's going to help you become the best? And they said if he has the least amount of reps and he is outperforming everybody. Even the team is starting to rally around him.
Yeah.
So what do you do with that?
Me, I ain't gonna lie. I want to see how he does in the preseason game. I want to see how that old line holds up in front of him.
Yes,
because
sir.
if we ain't holding up in front, I'm not about to waste that kid. I'm not about to waste him. I'm not about to traumatize that kid. I am going to wait. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see. Like if he preseason he does good, and when you got the little inter squad scrimmages and stuff like that, I would definitely. Who we played first game?
In the preseason?
No, first game of the season. Period. And I think it's put it this way. I'll start him that Cincinnati game. Okay. If Hendricks and Shemar Stewart is not their defensive end start.
Right. Now I feel
that. If them two dudes ain't starting, yeah. But I think he's gonna him and or Gabriel is gonna play this season.
Yeah, I can see that.
I hope it's him, and I hope he's it for us. I don't want to add no more names to that back of that jersey.
I just know. Oh, you talking about the quarterback list? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to do that no more.
I just know because obviously Shady McCoy, he like I'm talking to people in the Cleveland Browns camp. He said I got the connections. He was like, I'm telling you, the word is that this is the guy. And he like everybody better go get their Shedeur jerseys. He said because he is outperforming everybody. And it's not he's saying it's not even close. Now, I will say what Acho said and Chase Daniels, we don't want to ruin him. So starting week 1, yes, I get it. He could come in, he could probably do some amazing things. The thing that concerns me is what will his offensive line look like?
Thank you.
That is the thing that concerns me because an offensive line can take a great quarterback and make him look terrible if they can't block.
That is true.
So, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. If we make it through preseason with no injuries on that offensive line and everybody's healthy going into week 1, I think about it. I mean, like I ain't going to say like I think about it like I'm lying. I'm going to really go home and think about it. make an informed decision. If everybody in that O line, including your blocking tight end, your receiving tight end, if all them dudes are good to go,
Yep.
I definitely have to take 2 nights and think about it.
Hey, I really want to see him out there, but I don't want to see him out there to ruin him, to say,
Yeah.
see, he wasn't the guy. I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
see none of that BS.
For me, it also goes for Gabriel. Like if it would be the same thing.
Yeah,
Like
most
if we didn't
definitely.
draft Shedeur and we were just stuck with Gabriel, I'd say the exact same thing. Like I'm
You're
not
right. I would too.
not with no line. I put Flacco in him out there first.
And so and it's so funny because Shady McCoy was like he was on Flacco's neck. Like, what you
Mm-hmm.
gonna get from him? You gonna win what, 5 games? Because they were talking about how bad he did in Indianapolis when I didn't know that they benched Anthony Richardson for Flacco. I thought that he got hurt and that's why
No,
Flacco came in. I didn't know that he got benched for him.
he had got benched because I think he had like two crappy games, and then they benched him, and then Flacco came in and stunk it up, and then Richardson came back, and then he got hurt, and it was back to Flacco.
Oh, okay. I knew it was something like that because I was like, how are they going ahead and just like putting this dude in if Richardson was ready? But then like I
Mm-hmm.
said, I thought he got hurt. I didn't know he got benched.
Hey, the word on the street is Richardson might be gone because Danny Dimes is doing the job out there.
Hmm. Okay.
Hey, you know what? I'll take you, Richardson. Come to the Browns.
You
Come
take
on
who?
over. I'll take Richardson. Come on over to the Browns.
No. No.
Listen, this is the whole reason why we ain't nothing but a quarterback factory. Hey, look, we
But
put him out there.
we ruin quarterbacks. That's the factory. We ruining
Listen,
them. We ain't
we
making them.
ruin them. We listen though. Put him out there for 2 games. Hope we do good. And then we trade him for a 6th-round pick.
Yeah. Nah, man. You go ahead and keep Richardson over there. We got enough backup issues as it is.
Yeah,
So,
that's
but
true.
they also made a interesting comment too, which I thought was really, shocking. They said that they think Joe Flacco gonna get cut and not Kenny Pickett.
Nah.
See, I don't know. I don't think Flacco would get, because you brought him over and paid him $4 million. So
Yeah.
I don't know why you would bring him over and get rid of him, but I thought that was interesting. I thought it was real interesting that they said that.
I would go Kenny because you really ain't give up nothing for him.
Right.
What was it, a 5th or a 6th? Bye.
Right. So I don't know. But then I also started seeing that they're talking about trading Gabriel to Miami.
Oh, that's fine.
So I started seeing that too, and I was just like, I guess they're waiting to see how he performs in the preseason
Mm-hmm.
before they go ahead and make that decision. But
Sure. Uncle Luke wanted the Miami to trade for Shedeur.
I'm sure they did. I'm
Uncle
sure
Luke,
they
2
did.
Live Crew. Uncle Luke was like, he
Yeah.
got on Twitter and was like, "Hey, y'all need to make this trade right now."
Hey, that will be I'm talking like season ticket holders from Cleveland will probably riot
Oh yeah, you mean
if they made that decision, because everybody knows the talent that Shedeur brought in. Everybody knows he's the real deal. It was the white owners in the NFL who had a problem with him because
Mhm.
they couldn't really control the narrative for him. And that's where I think a lot of the issue came in at. They wanted to control the narrative for him, and
Mhm.
they couldn't. He came in making more money than the Browns paid him. He came in with a platform that's huge that's paying him.
Mhm.
And so y'all thought y'all was gonna humble him. That dude could have turned around and said, I'm going to the UFL, and would have brought a ton of people over there and made a ton of money if he
Yep.
would have made that choice. So I don't know, man. It's crazy. So, all right, let's see. Next topic. This is an interesting one. Shemar Stewart's raw deal. So when I first started hearing about this, I wasn't
Mm-hmm.
absolutely clear on what was going on, and then um, Shemar started to speak,
Okay.
and when he started to speak, I said, "Oh, he like ain't no team did this to any player. Now all of a sudden y'all want to do it to me." So if you don't know what's going on with Shemar Stewart from Texas A&M, right?
I believe
Yeah,
so.
yeah, Texas A&M. So what happened with him is that the Cincinnati Bengals decided to put a clause in his contract stating that if he gets injured, they're absolved of paying him any money. So
Nah.
that's what the clause was. And he's like, I'm not signing that. He was
It's
like, so what?
football. You're
Y'all give me my bonus and all of this other stuff. Then I turn around and sprain my ankle. Then I can't feed my family. I can't take care of my family. And I said,
it,
okay, that's interesting. And
it's
then
it's
they got other rookies. They got other
mhm.
rookies, and they didn't put that in their contract. Only his.
My thing is like it's football. First off, you're going to get hurt. You're not going to make it the whole season 100%. So that's a
Exactly.
bullshit thing. I had heard, and I'm not sure if this is true, but I heard he didn't want to actually be drafted by them. So I'm thinking because when I heard that, I'm like, then I heard what you just said. I'm thinking, well, like maybe they covering their butts in case, like you don't know what these players be on. He can sign that contract and then go out there and self hurt himself, and then he still get paid because
Right.
he didn't want to be drafted by them. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But at the end of the day, to my knowledge, he holds all the cards because he can sit out the year, enter the draft. If he doesn't get drafted in a
Yep.
certain spot, he could go back again and enter it again. And then the second time, well, it'd be the third time in the draft, he's a free agent. He can sign with whoever. But you know what I'm saying? Like that's either way it goes. This is shady dealings. If I put it this way, if the kid didn't want to be drafted by y'all and y'all don't want him and whatever, man, find a way to trade the kid and move on.
Exactly. Just trade with somebody. Like make a move because the thing that he said, the most powerful statement he said, I guess y'all more worried about winning the war the war of the words
Mm-hmm.
battle instead of winning football games. That's what he said. And I said, whoa. And then Trey Hendrickson hasn't signed either.
No,
So you ain't got a right or a left. Your
is it?
best bet would be to get that deal together.
If I'm Andrew Berry, I'm picking up the phone like, hey, y'all can have. I give y'all a fifth round pick, a lifetime supply of Roman burgers, and that's about it. We'll take him off y'all hands
Yeah, most
because
definitely.
I
Because
don't see that kid staying.
not at all. Like, do you even if I sign my contract, I already know I'm not re-signing. I'm gonna sign to make
Yeah,
sure my family is taken care of. But there is no way in hell I am going to stay on your roster. No
no.
way. No
You
way.
started out the dating process all the way wrong.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Completely
saying?
wrong.
No.
So I don't get that one. That to me is just crazy. But I'm just like,
But the,
I don't get it. Like why him of all players? Like like I said, you drafted other rookies.
mhm.
That clause is not in none of their contracts.
I think with him, they put it this way: if they would have had Trey resigned, they wouldn't have drafted him at that position. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I think he went in the first. What was he? A first round pick?
He was their first round pick.
They they ain't really want dude, man. They I don't think they wanted him, and I don't think he wanted to be there. So, like
Mm.
I said, just I don't know, sever ties, go trade him, do something. I don't know, but I don't see this working out for the Bengals. I really don't.
I don't either. I was sitting there and I was cracking up because I was just like, ugh. I we already know that the ownership in the NFL is a racist group of guys. We already
Mm-hmm.
know this. But it's like y'all already got exposed and y'all are literally on like on under the spotlight for how y'all rallied to try to do Shedeur. And now y'all trying to do this to Shemar. Y'all got a problem with names? Because I don't get it, man. Like to me, it's crazy. Like y'all doing it to Shemar, Shemar and Shedeur. Like, what is going on here? Like, you got a player that can help change things for your defense, and you're gonna say if you get hurt, we ain't gonna pay you. You
It's
do understand this is a combat sport? Like to me, that is so crazy. This is a contact sport.
you ain't putting in Joe Burrow's contract.
Not at all. And he got
My thing
many injuries.
my thing is this, man. I think what we seeing right now is an era of old, semi and fully racist white men
Mm-hmm.
fighting for control of everything back. This goes from sports to politics to even jobs.
I agree.
They don't want to. They want to go back to the old times when they had all the power and they had all the control. They won't. They don't want nobody to have any type of freedom or control over their own self, their own bodily autonomy, none of that stuff.
Right.
So like I'll be looking at like even down on my job is like the old adage of having people in the office and in the chair that excuse me, but that shit's outdated. Like if I could work from home, why can I not work from home? If I can do what I need, you know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with Shemar. Like y'all drafted me, pay me, and I'm in a combat sport. We ain't out here playing badminton, so I'm going to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? It comes with the territory. Like you got that control. Like, listen, if you didn't want the kid, you shouldn't have drafted him.
Shouldn't have never drafted him. Because now you making his NFL football experience horrible. But not only just that, if you get rid of him and he goes somewhere and he got to play you, that would be the greatest game of his career. Every
That's what I
time he line
said.
up against the Cincinnati Bengals, it would be the greatest game of his career. I don't care if it's a losing team. I don't care if he hurt. He gonna come out there and make sure he has the greatest game ever against them.
Trading to the Browns, we'll take him.
Trade him to the Browns. We'll definitely take him.
We will take him. I ain't tripping.
Yeah. All right. So next topic. We're gonna get into some basketball. So we hearing all of these trade rumors and all of this other stuff of all of these people that's interested in coming to Cleveland. So the one we gotta talk about is KD to Cleveland. How you feeling about this one?
Oh God. I ain't gonna man. That man don't has he played a full season in a minute?
No,
is he still on minutes?
Season in a long time.
You still on minutes restrictions? You still got you the PIP, a personal improvement plan? What are you on? My whole thing is this: like, are you at the? I don't. No, I'm good. No. I'm just gonna be honest. No.
Yeah, I'm not feeling this one either. First off, I think KD lost all of his steam as a player when he left OKC to join Golden State.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he himself will also have to stomach the fact that he might not be as good as he think he is. Like you done went to team after team after team, and there has not been anything. You haven't produced anything. So it's like you went from OKC to Golden State. You piggyback on Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. You piggybacked off of that, so it was easy.
Yeah.
But then you started feeling yourself. Then you went to Brooklyn. You and Kyrie couldn't make nothing shake in Brooklyn. Then you turn around and you leave Brooklyn and you go to Phoenix. And you still can't make nothing shake with CP3 and Devin Booker.
Yep.
So then they get rid of CP3 and bring over was it? What's the It's not Beasley, is it?
No, it wasn't Beasley.
No,
He
it
got
wasn't Beasley.
somebody.
It was
Bradley Beal.
Bill. That's who it was. So you brought Bill over, and y'all still couldn't make nothing shake. So my thing is why do we want to bring him to Cleveland when we already got a squad? Now if we're gonna do a straight up trade, him for Garland, okay, I'm okay with that because we still got the main pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but I'm not getting rid of Mobley for him.
No.
So who will we get rid of? Like, and what is the benefit for adding a old KD?
Listen, they can have a Coro,
Yeah, you can say him.
Dylan Wade, and in a future pick in like 2045. That's about it. I'm even skeptical about giving up Garland for him just because of the age.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like I'm skeptical about that. So no, I'm no on KD unless you giving up Okoro and Wade. You could take them.
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
don't think he is that guy anymore. Stephen A. Smith said something about the dude should be a number 2 on somebody's team, or he should never be settled for anything less than a number 2 on somebody's team. Okay, but he's going to want to be the one, and and that's going to cause problems.
Yeah.
So I don't, me personally, I'm not feeling this trade. If anything, I'm taking the Allen Garland for Giannis. I would take that move all day long. But this whole we need to, Garland for KD. I'm just not feeling KD, man. I'm not feeling KD at all. I don't think he'll be any benefit. I don't think he's enough to get us over the hump. And then I think it's going to kill the morale of these young guys because
Yeah.
he's a negative dude also. So
Yes. I wouldn't. I'm not a fan of that trade whatsoever. No, I'm good. Nah,
yeah.
I'm good on KD.
Yeah,
Good basketball player, great basketball player. I just don't see him as a Cav.
And then they were talking about bringing him to the Knicks too, and I was just like, "So what y'all gonna give up to get him? Because if you get rid of OG, I'm gonna be pissed. If you can get rid of Mikal Bridges because he didn't show up for nothing, and he was one of the dudes that was with KD in Brooklyn. So
You see, the thing is, you see what happened with Mikal once Kyrie and KD left.
yeah.
Mikal became him. But that's what I said. Sometimes a player like Mikal, he's not. If you're looking for him to be the guy, he can't be the guy amongst other guys. He's not going to give you that. He's a guy on a team with just other players.
Right.
But nah, I'm cool on. Listen, Knicks, y'all got enough problems. Find a head coach first, okay?
Find a head coach first. That's the main thing. Find a head coach first. And the people that they're talking about interviewing, I'm really not happy about. So I'm like, I would take Houston's coach, but I know they're not gonna let him go. And I know he ain't going because they gave him a chance after he had that raw deal in Boston because of his affair or whatever it was. But yeah, and then they talking about Mike Brown, and I'm not gonna even trip. Mike Brown, truthfully, I don't think he's a bad coach. I just don't think he's the coach for the Knicks.
Put it this way, he's not a bad coach. I think if y'all get him, y'all will be more of a defense to offense team instead of an offense to defense because he is a good defensive coach.
That is true.
In the NBA, but Mike Brown to me, I hate to say it, like he's a bridge coach. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and I agree with that. I agree with that completely because he's the guy that sets it up for the team, for the dude to take over and then win it.
Yeah.
I agree with
that. We've seen that
completely.
happen a couple of stops, and that he's been on.
Yeah. So. You are definitely right, but I don't know, man. So yeah, I'm not feeling the KD move. I don't want the KD move. Like I said, do Jared Allen for Garland for Giannis. I'm all for that move. That move makes more sense to me.
I'm all for it. If Giannis got to sign, he got to sign a little extension. We ain't about to do no 1-2 years and give up all of them.
Nah, definitely.
Mm-mm.
He gotta put some time on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we down to our last 10 minutes, coach. So we're gonna go ahead. Actually, you know what? Before we get into that one, I want to ask you a question. What
Mhm.
did you think about Nick Chubb's farewell speech?
Man, listen, Nick Chubb, you always gonna be my dude. You always gonna be my running back. Uh, on a side note, fuck AB, fuck Stefanski, fuck the Haslams, fuck the Haslam son-in-law, fuck anybody that didn't want that dude back. Y'all can all go fuck yourselves. Um, I'm sorry. Like, you shouldn't have gave him up. You could have gave a Pierre Strong or fucking Ford or something. Listen, the first day when he was there, they said how explosive this guy looked. He looked back to true form, and the Browns just let him just go. So, Chubb, I love the farewell. The city, the city always gonna love you.
Yep.
The Browns just on some bullshit. You should have retired at Cleveland Brown. I'm sorry to say it. Now, I'm not sorry to say it. You should have retired at Cleveland Brown. That's their fault. You tell them you can't find $6 million, $5 million to pay the dude. That's some bullshit.
Nah,
So,
I agree. I agree completely.
he shouldn't have to write that farewell letter. It shouldn't even be farewell.
Nah, I definitely agree. The one thing I know is I was watching him work out, and I'm
Me
like,
too.
oh, he is back to rare form. And the thing that's gonna be so scary is this: he knows he has an offensive line to run behind
Mm-hmm.
because Mixon was bussing runs. Now you got the both of them together.
Yeah.
Stop it. Them dudes is about to tear the ground game up together.
Yep.
So I definitely agree, man, that they should not have let him go. You had plenty of people you could have let go, Ford being one of them, but I don't know. Maybe they just didn't believe in him enough to sit back and say, "Hey, we rocking with you still." So I don't know, and I think AB got
Mm-mm.
kind of an ego that's starting to show a little bit more,
Man,
and
listen, you can't
he ain't
handle ego when you ain't never win shit.
exactly.
I'm
Hey,
sorry.
yeah, but you right. So, and I think he got an ego that he just need to just chill out on. That's just what it all comes down to. All right. So now, coach, you know what time it is. We about to get into get it off your chest. What you want to get off your chest?
Man. Yeah, I'm real quick. Father's Day when it, came and gone. I posted on Instagram, I hope y'all keep the same energy for Father's Day as y'all did Mother's Day. And I meant that, and because it sucks, man. Being a father, like, you go to these stores during Mother's Day, they got sales, they got everything advertised, everything, boom, boom, boom. Even down to, you could even, like, I remember, like, working, and this lady had a little tent. She had, made gift baskets.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't see that lady for Father's Day. I ain't see no signs in the stores for Father's Day. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You got to go ask about it. Like, what are we doing? So, are we really, like, what are we out here portraying America, like fathers really don't fucking matter? Like, y'all don't do, like, nothing. Like, bro, I'm sorry. Like, we shouldn't have to do nothing that day, just like our moms don't have to do nothing for Mother's Day. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like, it
Yep.
shouldn't be a father cooking a meal. It shouldn't be a father paying for a meal. This shouldn't be a father driving a fucking car.
Yep.
That should be all done by your wife and your kids or whoever.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like that energy, man, because y'all don't show us no love, and we do a lot, man. We do a lot, and we don't even get pats on the back. But I'm not gonna lie. On Father's Day, that y'all should be patting us on the back. That's expected from the day we wake up. Y'all should be patting us on the back.
Yep.
And I don't like how these stores out here treating us. They sales is garbage. They don't advertise their sales. Everything
Yep.
is for Mom and Mother's Day. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like shit. My girl went out and was looking for Father's Day stuff. Couldn't even find it. Had to go ask the store lady, and then when she found it, it was one little isolated corner.
Yep.
Like, what the hell, man? Like, damn, we shop too. We like shit too. like, just don't go out and buy us a 6-pack in a cigar. No, we want shit too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Take my car to go get cleaned and detailed and washed. Do all that shit. Like, no, man, stop. Hey, stop doing this to fathers, man. Y'all got to show us a little bit more love and appreciation. And I'm really talking about these stores. Y'all got to show some more love, man. That's my little 2 cents.
And so it's so funny that you said that because that was going to be my rant also, which was the Father's Day thing. So I saw the comedian Ali Sadiq, and he did a video, and he said, "Do you know that Father's Day is ranked 20th of all holidays?" And
Wow.
he said, but Mother's Day is ranked number 2. Number 1 is Christmas. He said, so it goes Jesus, then your mama.
Yeah.
He said that. He was like, I can't even think of 18 other holidays. And that's all before dad.
Damn.
And that's just messed up. When you sit back and you think about that, man, it's definitely true because there's men across America who keep calling attention to this. And people are like, oh, y'all are the men. Y'all supposed to. Y'all not supposed to want for anything. Y'all supposed to take care of everything. Y'all, and it's like, what? What? Exactly. But that's
Man,
the thing.
listen.
So you got like you'll have women out here flipping the script, making it seem like you being petty about stuff. But the reality of it is all I'm asking is to be respected. You want men to take care of everything, and that's what men usually do. Men make sure that everything is taken care of 90% of the time. I ain't gonna get 100 completely, but then you can't understand why men suffer in silence.
Exactly. Listen, for all the shit, like I ain't gonna listen. I ain't trying to say women don't do a shit, but y'all do y'all fair share too. Y'all do y'all shit. Y'all hold it down. We do ours too. But I'm just saying, for that one fucking day, we could be as petty as fuck as we want to. We deserve everything on that one fucking day. Just like on Mother's Day, everybody go out for y'all. We deserve the exact same thing. That's all we saying.
Exactly.
That's it.
Just treat us the same exact way because that's how we keep shit solid. And the reality of it is, like when he was going through the list, he said Arbor Day. Arbor Day was before Father's Day.
When the fuck is even Arbor's Day?
Halloween. He said Halloween was 16. He said, so that means the devil comes before dad?
The devil in trees.
The devil comes before dad. I said, man, when you sit back and think about it, it's no respect for fathers, man. And it's disappointing, it's disgusting, and it should not be happening. So it's like women out here, you know, they got to make sure they doing what they need to be doing to try to take care of these men. So,
man, listen, we just want a little bit of love and appreciation, man. It goes a long way because, like how you said, we suffer in silence and we keep that. We keep doing it. We keep putting. But we also need that encouragement. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even asking for it every fucking day.
Exactly.
You know, that's the whole point y'all missing. We asking for one day. Y'all can say, you know what, you are a good man. Thank you for everything. Here go, here goes some cologne. Here go a steak. Here, you know what? Here go the rest of the day to your damn self. Your dinner is made. There's some beer in the refrigerator. Have a nice day.
It's simple shit, but it's like, we
ain't asking for no.
50 Cent. 50 Cent was like, how come, was it Kale's jewelry or whatever? He was like, he said it was one jewelry company. He said, how come y'all ain't out there advertising a watch for a dad? He's like, just give me a watch. He's like, y'all can advertise watches. It ain't even got to be gold chains and diamonds, but what about watches?
It could be as simple as a freaking little bracelet.
Exactly.
Whatever. Whatever. Y'all just don't do nothing for us. It's bad. Like, I don't get it. Like you telling me, Coach, you just told me trees and the devil comes before fathers.
Yes.
I am lost.
Yes. He said Father's Day is ranked 20. And I said, whoa. Whoa.
That's bad.
Most definitely.
That's bad.
Most definitely.
That's horrible. Y'all don't love us.
You said y'all don't love us.
Nah, they can't. They got us ranked 20th.
Ranked 20th. All right, y'all. This brings us to the end of our show. I want to thank everybody for tuning in on TikTok and Facebook. I didn't do Twitch this week, but and also YouTube. Once again, let's get to the facts. It's sponsored by No More Struggling Entertainment. It is also sponsored by the original Bone Nuts and OPM Clothing Line. Once again, I am your host, Doss, with my man, Coach Shot. I want to thank everybody for joining us, and we'll see y'all next week. All right,
peace, y'all.
Yep.
Man, that's crazy.